Hi everybody, and welcome to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. For today's second video, I've got some awesome stories from the subreddits Relationship, Am I the A-hole, and Entitled People. If you want to get to the stories, just use the timestamps below the video. Now, I would like to thank everyone that supports me, either as a YouTube member, a Twitch subscriber, or with your donations during the streams. And on this note, I would like to welcome Diane Agraeni for joining us as the latest member in our YouTube community. And if this is the first time watching one of my videos and you like it, then consider subscribing to the channel and joining us on Discord. Now let's get started with today's stories. This post is from the subreddit Relationships, and it's from user Big Time Throwaway. Hey! My 25 male friend, 25 male, said something obscene on Facebook, and my girlfriend, 22 female, is furious at me and is threatening to break up with me because she thinks I said something to him. Ooh boy, the last days have not been fun for me. So, my girlfriend hosts a local radio show, and I posted a Facebook status telling, "Hey everyone, tune into the radio station tonight at this time for my girlfriend's show to hear her spin some great stuff. Because, well, I love promoting her radio show. It's a great show." Well, the first reply is from a friend of mine who is, we'll say, he's not all there. He's got some mental illness issues and his humor is often extremely inappropriate, and he can't seem to grasp the why of why such things aren't cool. In fact, he and I have had some strained relations lately because it seems I can't bring him anywhere without creeping people out or making things awkward. Well, he replies with, "And jam it in her ass afterwards, bro." I delete his comment, and before I could even DM him, like mere seconds, the phone rings. It's her. Now, my girlfriend has a bit of a temper. She has serious anxiety issues, as in the slightest thing can set off a screaming match, breaking things, etc., and it can take a while for her to calm down. I answer, and I'm nearly deafened by her screaming, "Did you delete that obscene thing your friend said?" I tell her, yes, I did. That was seriously effed up of him to say. I'm about to say something to him right now. I'm so sorry you had to have him do that and say such a horrible thing about you. I'm so pissed at him. You're pissed? You're pissed? What about me? F you. Always making it about you and how it makes you look. I feel effing degraded, and you're the one who feels bad? What have you been telling him about us? Have you said something to him about you and me that would make him think it's okay to say that? Honey, no, my friend has some issues and he's not exactly got a very good sense of humor. In fact, our friendship has been on the rocks, and give me a reason why he said it. Give me an effing reason. I feel so dirty and disgusted right now. You know what? Contact him right now, and if you don't get the resolution I feel I need, you and I are through. I'm serious. I DM him with her still on the phone, and I'm like, dude, that was effed up of you to say. I'm on the phone with her right now and she's literally screaming at me for what you've said. He goes, dude bro, it was a joke. And I say, well, it wasn't a funny joke because she's flipping her crap. She's even thinking about breaking up with me. And he goes, tell her it's an incantation, a way of us expressing our ancient Scottish heritage. Note, he is not Scottish, he's just spouting gibberish. I relay to her the stupid crap he said, making it clear I'm not having any more of this, and she goes, oh yeah, great. That makes all the sense in the world. Just like you allowing this to happen and then claiming to love me makes all the sense in the world. You know what? Just don't talk to me for a few days. I'm off to do my show. But I need to think about whether or not this relationship is worth salvaging because your personality is shown by the company you keep, and I'm not sure I'd like what I see here. I'll talk to you in a few days with my decision. And with that, she hung up on me. I go back to DMing my friend and say, well, thanks dude. She said she doesn't want to talk to me for a few days while she thinks over whether or not to break up with me because of what you said. Are you happy now, you a-hole? He says to me, damn, look, I'm sorry, okay? What I said was effed up, but I gotta say, maybe there's something more going on here because most couples I know don't break up over something like this. I told him to never speak to me again and I blocked him and his number. And so here I am. I had to cut ties with a friend because he's being an asshat and his asshattery may very well have destroyed my relationship with my partner. Where do I go from there? OP, first of all, good for cutting off that idiot. He is a moron. And your girlfriend? Here's the thing to me, and where I noped out of your relationship was when you said she had screaming matches with breaking things. Honestly, you can have all the anxiety and stress and whatever you want in the world, but there is no excuse for berating people, screaming at them and throwing things and breaking them. I mean, I don't know if she threw things, but I'm kind of guessing that's how she breaks them. It sounds like you're in some kind of an abusive relationship because of how she treats you. That language, F you? What the hell is that? And how is she holding you accountable for something your idiotic friend said? Actually, her taking this time off is the best thing that could have happened to you, and I suggest you make this a permanent thing. What do you guys think? What would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comment section, and in the meantime, let's move on to the community comments to see what kind of advice they gave OP, and then we have a very short edit update from OP. StephMess18 says, what your friend said was inappropriate, but your girlfriend's reaction is over the top and ridiculous. You immediately deleted the comment, so not many people even saw it. Plus, it reflects poorly on your friend, not her. So even if anyone saw it, I doubt they're thinking anything negative about your girlfriend. She's mad at you for something someone else said that you have no control over. You did everything you could. You deleted the comment and told him it was inappropriate. I don't understand why she's so mad at you. She sounds unstable to me. She screams at you and throws things during arguments. That's super unhealthy. This isn't just anxiety. Plenty of people have anxiety, but don't show violent tendencies. I don't know. I wouldn't stay in this relationship if I were you. Kvetcherkit says, what the actual F is wrong with your girlfriend? What your friend said was beyond inappropriate. But the way she screamed at you, berated, insulted, and threatened you is incredibly abusive, and she needs serious mental help. Mismatched Socks says, she sounds delightful, sarcastic. Why wait for her to decide to break up if you're feeling like that route is now appealing due to how terribly she treats you? And Dopey responds, I don't know, maybe because I'm just stubborn, maybe because I'm codependent, but I want to still have a good long talk with her and see if maybe, just maybe, she'll calm down and apologize. Then maybe we can go see my therapist together or something. It's a long shot though. OP's edit update. After reading a wall of unanimous replies, I think you guys are right. If she's going to break up with me over something my friend said, that's on her, not on me. And yeah, this relationship has really been wearing on me. I was my father's literal punching bag the entirety of my upbringing, and I was my first and second partner's punching bag too. It's time to break this cycle. Well, it sounds to me like the community came through for OP and actually gave him proper advice as to where he should go from here. So overall, the good thing is that OP got rid of 2 idiots. Good for you, OP. I hope you start filling your life up with people that contribute positive things for you. And on that note, let's move on to the next post. This one's from the subreddit Am I the A-hole, and it's from user SuperLeague4017. Am I the a-hole for bringing up a past issue with my father at a family wedding when pushed to talk? My cousin got married 3 weeks ago. Cousin and I are paternal cousins related through my father. Father and I are estranged, and the first time I saw him in the last 4 years was at the wedding. While there, he approached me multiple times to talk. I said no firmly more than a dozen times until he pushed yet again and I snapped. Some background. My parents divorced when I was 5. My dad put his relationships before me a lot, and it was hard to be around him at times. Some of his girlfriends were fine, others were not. When I was 10, he met his wife, and when I was 12, she got pregnant. I lost my mom the day their oldest was born. My mom was dead a whole hour when he showed up. Same hospital, but he was with his wife, and tried to get me to act all excited to meet the baby. That crap was hard, I won't lie. We actually got into a fight the very next day because I had no interest in meeting the baby, and a year later, when it was her first birthday, I was all depressed and it was an issue, especially when I didn't want to join in the celebration. The relationship was already broken, but by then it was gone beyond repair. He was mad and thought I was selfish. I felt abandoned and couldn't share their joy because I lost the most important person in the world to me. I moved in with my grandparents about 6 months before my 18th birthday, and the day before my birthday was the last time I spoke to my father. Until the wedding, like I said. I snapped when he just kept approaching me, and I told him that he effing sucked for expecting me to be happy about a baby being born the day my mom died, and that he abandoned me for his wife and new kid when I was losing the most important person in my world, and then he called me selfish. I told him that he had let me down and nothing he could do would fix it, and I could not make it more clear that I didn't want anything to do with him. I ended up leaving the wedding, but my cousin followed me out and tried to talk me into staying and reassure me I did nothing wrong, but I didn't want to make more of an issue. But my aunt is pissed. My aunt is my father's sister. She told me I was an a-hole for making such a scene at my cousin's wedding, that I should have continued walking, that it was terrible to stay there where others could hear, and not only had I upset my father, but his family was there and heard the whole thing, and so did her son-in-law's family. My cousin said her husband's family heard nothing, and neither did most of the guests, and that her mom is blowing it out of proportion. But I feel bad because it has caused even more family drama than we already have. My not talking to my father is quite controversial in my paternal family. Am I the a-hole? OP, in my opinion, no, you are not the a-hole. Your father is selfish and he's the reason why all of this happened. It is a very unfortunate coincidence that the day your mother passes, your half-sister is born. I hope you hold no resentment against her because she's not to blame for anything. But your dad is an idiot for how he handled that situation with you. Instead of comforting you because you lost your mom, he tried to switch the focus to him and his child and his wife. I don't know if that was because he's an idiot, he was bitter at your mom or something, but he did wrong. And regardless of how he feels about it, there's a reason why you stopped talking to him and didn't even want to engage him, but he kept pushing and pushing during that wedding until you snapped. It sucks that it happened at your cousin's wedding, but the one thing that tells me it's okay is that your cousin is okay with what happened and it's not a big deal to them. Apparently, it's a big deal for your aunt, but who cares? So OP, not the a-hole again, and you shouldn't feel bad about this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and now let's move on with the community judgment. Noodles in my ramen says, not the a-hole. You didn't make a scene, your father did. You told him repeatedly you didn't want to talk to him and repeatedly ignore you. Since his putting his needs over yours was the root of your initial issue with him, I don't think he's changed much. I'm sorry for the loss of your mother, OP. Take good care of yourself. CatCall39 says, not the a-hole. You didn't want to speak to your father and he kept pushing the issue. Understandably upset you. Your cousin, whose wedding it was, seems to support you in this, and that's what matters. She wasn't upset by the fact that you confronted your father at her wedding, because at the end of the day, no guests were really paying attention. This is just your father's side of the family overreacting and trying to make you feel bad for standing your ground. State of None says, not the a-hole. You already attempting avoiding your father multiple times, your aunt missed that crucial point. With that in mind, you were completely justified in taking more pointed action. Well, it sounds to me like the community is very much behind OP and says that he is not the a-hole, and I of course absolutely agree. So on that note, let's continue with the next post. This post is from the subreddit Entitled People, and it's from user Lasagne Fiend. Entitled French Karen shouts at me for speaking English in England. I work at a company that has over 300 sites globally. I work in the only plant in UK. We have 22 people who work here. I was asked to join a call with other European sites, as I also speak German fluently and can understand or speak Italian to a level about the industry I work in. So we have this call and we have English, me, Greek, Turkish, Romanian, Italian, German, Spanish, and French on the meeting. Every other plant has management and all can speak English. Italian and German is broken English, hence why it's easier for me to be on it and translate if they struggle understanding anything in English. So we go about the meeting and German starts talking to me in German. I'm translating and it's all going well. We all know each other well as we have regularly visited each other's plants. Apart from France, they have a new woman, Karen, who keeps trying to be the center of attention. She's been speaking fluent English all through the call so far. I'm translating for German and Italian. It's all going well. Until Karen starts speaking French. I told her I didn't know French. It's already confusing enough with 3 languages. The conversation goes as follows. Karen says, "What do you mean? You're the translator." I go, "No, I'm a chemist. I know German fluently and Italian to a level it's relevant to this call." Karen then says, "Well, why are you making me speak a second language? You're learning everyone else's." And I respond, "I'm doing the company a favor, otherwise they would have to get a translator." And Karen says, "Oh, I get it. It's because I'm new and a woman." I'm also a woman. "No, I just never learned French." And she goes, "Oh, so it's a race thing now." And I reply, "You speak English. You don't need to be translated or it to be all about you." Karen hung up. Next day, reported me to HR for racism and bullying. I don't think she realized that the call was recorded, so I sent a copy to HR. Unfortunately, at my company, you have a 6-month probation. This happened at 3 months of her being here, and throwing out stupid accusations like this means you're probably not going to make it. Wow, Karen went for everything. Good thing the phone conversation was recorded. Now she can be proven wrong about the racism and the bullying and all that stuff that OP didn't do at all because she was just doing everybody a favor. I guess it's time for Karen to start polishing up that resume. Maybe she won't want to put her 3-month stint in this company. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I certainly did reading them to you. So if you did, then go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and become a member of our Discord community that just keeps growing and it is fantastic. And like I said in the beginning of the video, all of the relevant links are in the video description below, so be sure to check them out. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys enjoy this content, so thank you once again. And having said all that, I will see you guys in the next video.